Make sure that you guys watch this video before you guys trade the Scorpion away or sell it to anyone, because I'm gonna be telling you guys a few important notes that you should know before you trade the Scorpion away. The 3 different notes that I'm gonna be showing you guys are the amount of money it costs and how that affects it, the value, and also its demand, because these 3 different things are really important. And some of you guys don't really pay attention to it. And when you don't pay attention to it, you could do a bad trade, and then that could cause you to get a car with a bad demand or a bad value, which can then make it worse, so that then you cannot get any other vehicle that you like. So first, I'm gonna go over the amount of cash it costs. So first, it costs 2 million jailbreak cash. Honestly, for a vehicle that's that expensive, I think that it's pretty good, and I think that's gonna be high value. So if I was you guys, if you even bought the vehicle, I would save it and not trade it away, unless if, for example, if you were to get like a trade, for example, if it was like, I don't know, Torpedo or Proto or Torpedo or Beignet, maybe then you would do it. But also make sure check demands, which I'm gonna explain later in the videos. And also for the amount of cash it costs, just make sure that always for other limiteds, when a limited vehicle comes out, make sure you check how much cash it costs, because for some reason, I don't know why, but sometimes Asimo has said that the cash of the car does affect the value and the demand in the car, which can over time in the trading world just go higher and higher. Now I'm going to be showing about the value. Now the value is very important, because you don't know. Usually limited cars, if they're really fast and they have good acceleration and good handling and stuff like that, their value would start off pretty high. Like for example, the Javelin had a good value when it came out. But then if you were to, for example, look at the Carbonara, you see that it's not doing really well. But I'm imagining that for the Scorpion, it's probably gonna go like pretty high, since the speed is crazy. First of all, I mean, the handling is pretty bad, I'll be brutally honest, but the acceleration is great. And yeah, so that's value is really important that you know before you trade it, and it's gonna really help you when you go to trading. And yeah, and last but not least, demand. Now demand is really important, because if you go to the trading website, you can see underneath every single car that it has something called demand, and it's out of 10. Now usually if one of them has usually if it's like maybe a 4 out of 10 or like a 3 out of 10, you know that their demand is really bad. And even if your demand is high, that's gonna be an advantage. Even if your value may not be the best, but your demand is high, that is still a good improvement, and you can still upgrade it to get better vehicles. But for example, some very expensive vehicles which have very high value, but their demand is really low, that still affects them a ton, because it's not all about the value here. It also matters about the demand, because if your value is, for example, very good, and then your demand is like a 2 out of 10, that is not good, because your demand affects everything too, same as value. Even though I'm not sure which one affects more, but if, for example, if it was demand that affects more, then I would have to be smart. I wouldn't go for a car that has a ton of value. I would go for a car maybe that has more demand, but still has, like, for example, 10 mil value, not like something that has like 30 mil value and like, you know, like 2 out of 10 demand, stuff like that. So far we've talked about the cashing game, the value, and the demand. Now overall, I think that it is a pretty good vehicle, and you should buy it because the value is going to go up, and I think that its demand is also going to go up, and I'll show you the reason. I'll put it on screen right now. As you just saw, it said extremely high demand, which could mean something very good about the car, and that could really affect it a lot. Anyways guys, I hope this was really helpful, and I hope you guys took this in, and I really hope that you guys are going to use this to help with your trading. Anyways guys, I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace out!